correctly, I mean, that would never be a thing.
Nobody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, people.
Hello.
How's everybody going? How's it all going? Is there anybody even here? I don't know. Let's go take a look.
Green Thunder and Cult of Krill.
Culture Girl, my buddy. What's up?
Okay, so that one works.
What up, what up?
Sorry, I'm like, guys. Culture Girl, I guess I'll just apologize to Culture Girl because Green Thunder's already here. My son had a seizure, so I'm kind of.
Mine go for it. Sorry.
That's all good.
It's
Fucking
understandable.
Canadian healthcare system fucking sucks. 6 hours just to get a 20-minute consultation with a doctor to say we're gonna give you an outpatient EEG. It's like, wow, you could have just done this over the fucking phone. God damn it. Yeah. I mean, yay! Socialized healthcare. Woo!
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Fucking piece of shit.
Actually, me and Mr. Tinkles got into an argument about American healthcare. Because I made the joke.
Okay.
It would have been faster to just drive over the border and get him checked out there.
Just don't go to Detroit.
Well, and then he said, yeah, but we would have lost the house in the process because it would have been too expensive. And then I said,
No, you could have actually. I'll take that back about Detroit. You could have went across the border, went to Children's, and been perfectly fine.
mm-hmm. And he's like, well, people go homeless just getting insulin down there.
That's different.
No.
That's totally different than going to the hospital.
Apparently, if you go to a hospital, you lose your house.
No.
Fucking me.
It's very, very, very complicated, but it's true it's very complicated, but you're not going to get thrown out of your home over it.
Nope.
That's what I told him. And
emergency room visits don't even go on our credit.
And then he said, explain. And I said, I don't have Trucker here, so I can't. And then he said, who's Trucker? And I said, guy in my live stream. He's like, I don't want to hear from him anyways. And I'm like, yeah, that's because you suck. You suck. You suck so much, Trucker, when you want to say hi to you. And you know what? I almost said it, but then I stopped myself. I'm like, Trucker wouldn't even want to hold on to your penis. I almost did it. I stopped myself. I wanted to be like, and you know, son, like your penis isn't something that Trucker would ever want anyway. So there. You're not even good enough for a man.
I wish you would have.
Yeah, but you wanted it at some point, didn't you? And now you want mine.
True. Yeah, but I mean, like, he wouldn't have gotten why that was funny.
Does he have autism as well?
No, it wouldn't have.
I have my suspicions that he's nasty, but we don't really know. But I swear he is. He's gotta be an ass. And then somehow we got onto racist grandparents, which I didn't understand. I'm like, which grandparent? He's like, exactly, that's my point. I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you saying that everybody in America that's a grandpa is racist? Fair enough.
You can suck my balls. Fuck him.
Are you a grandpa?
No, but my brother is, and he's not much older than me. Fuck him.
Monkey's not racist. He's grandpa.
Yep. He's just accidentally racist.
Yeah, but then Pat was like, I noticed that you're a homophobe.
But well, Bloodwing is a bad example.
Yeah.
Bloodwing isn't racist, though, is he?
That's a joke.
No, Bloodwing is not
joke.
Racist.
He's not.
Bloodwing's
not racist.
Bloodwing's got black grandchildren. He is far from racist.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, he also streams with a quarter all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, Bear's not black enough to count, is he?
No, you
Not
can't
really.
count.
No.
He's British. You can't count
Actually,
that.
to someone who is racist, yeah, Bear would count.
No, he's British.
That's
that
the same.
takes him totally out of that demographic.
Yeah, but we have black
British
people
people
in
are
Britain
not
as well.
black.
We have black people in Britain.
But that's the thing. Those
Plenty of black
those
people in
who are those people who are extremely racist, they still count bear. Sorry, But
I'm sure the extremes, but the way I look at it, they're British. They're at a whole nother fucking side of that racism. Instead of racism, it's more like I hate that fucking part of the world.
Well, it's classism over here more than racism.
Classism. Exactly. That's what I was trying to think of.
Well, the worst part is most of the really racist types, the ones that are really racist, they're going to have problems with anybody who's not a Christian and not this, not that anyway. So it's not going to be one thing,
Yeah, true.
Apparently, it was the British soldiers that told the fucking American soldiers to stop being racist, like way back in the day.
It was just a very interesting thing. It went from me making jokes about our healthcare, to something about racist Krampus, but I didn't completely understand what the reference was. So I was like, huh? I don't get it. He's like, yeah, well, if you want to go on over to America and die because you can't afford your insulin, go ahead. And I'm like, if I'm going over to America, I'm going down to Virginia, dude.
Hey, why? So you can visit Chucker.
I'm going where all the guns is. Yeah.
I don't trust you for gun.
Oh, there's.
Not only that, but Trucker has a kid, which
more
means
guns.
his house. Well, this is my other motive. Trucker has a kid, which means his house is going to be full of snacks.
Oh, my dog loved kids.
So you're just going to steal all his guns and put them into the league, go back to Canada again.
Yeah, I'm going to steal all of his snacks because they got good snacks. Like, all the stuff he gives his kid. Yeah. Fucking
and his guns as well, just to steal it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm going to stand there and be like, Trucker, shoot. Yay.
I don't trust you for gun, man. I don't trust you for gun.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to let Trucker aim, and I'm just going to stand behind him, which would be perfectly fine because nobody will see me.
You can hold the gun and have Trucker aim you down range and fire.
Yeah.
Oh, because Trucker's a lot bigger than you.
Well, yeah, I'm going to have a shirt that says "Save the Blind Girl."
Well, that was my job, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you're not here yet.
You see, he's not allowed in Canada, actually.
Hmm.
Oh, that may have changed.
If I were to go to America, that's my plan.
I thought you said being American would like kill you or something. Did you not?
Well, I
can't afford the insulin.
Yeah, I can't afford the insulin. However, the Tinkles told me, go on over to America where you're gonna die. And I'm like, yeah, well, if I'm gonna die, at least I'm gonna go there with snacks and guns.
Well, I mean, I guess you could just point the gun and steal all the insulin. I guess.
Well,
there's an idea.
But there's the thing about the American health system. They're not gonna let you go without medication. They're gonna be cheaper alternatives. I mean, instead of using the $300 a month insulin, they'll give you the $20 a month insulin. Yeah, you'll probably have to use more, but it's a matter of what costs.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh man, this is a good sandwich.
I mean, hell, look at my situation. What I was telling you.
Goodness.
My ham sandwich had morel mushrooms on it.
Yeah.
I just killed 2 wasps. Whew, sorry about that.
God, no, not the wasp.
Woohoo.
I had to. I'm sorry. They scared the crap out of me.
Kill the wasp.
I mean, like, yeah, kill the wasp, Scotty.
Nice.
Yeah, if ever I see a wasp, I will scream like a little girl and hide behind you. Just saying.
You can't see it.
No, I
How would you do it with the wasp?
I have a fear of insects, and I'm like out here trying to clean up stuff. So you guys are like helping me with.
I have a fear of wasps.
Well, one,
They
you
don't
won't
use
ever,
this
you won't ever see a wasp. How
Yeah, but
would you know it's a wasp?
It's too
How would you know
freaking
it's a wasp?
cold. It's too cold where you're at.
How would you know it's a wasp?
No, because we have their we have all their little. They're just everywhere. They're in the trees right now outside of our complex. They're trying to get
You
rid of
can
them.
tell a wasp. You see
Yeah,
that
man.
motherfucker coming. It's like a jet.
Yeah, it's like yellow and
You
black.
hear it coming first.
Can I just open the window and just hope that it flies outside?
I'll take.
No.
No, they're little spawns of Satan that come to sting you. So no,
I'm
they're not going
definitely
to fly
afraid of
out.
wasps. So yeah,
I
you
usually
don't
try to
have much
shoo stuff out, but those scare me. So I
I'm supposed
apologize.
to kill the bugs then, don't I? I thought that was a
I'm not
cat's
trying.
job.
I don't kill bees. That's one thing I don't do.
I thought that was
I
a
mean,
cat's
it's a
job.
sandwich, by the way, Goon. It's delicious.
I thought that was a cat's job to kill all the bugs, not me.
And except for wasps. Wasps, that's your job, man. Take it out, dude.
Why can't a cat kill the wasp?
Okay, you know what, Scotty? I will give you sex for the killing of wasps.
Oh, Blind Girl, Random Goon
I don't have
wants
a
you to
choice.
describe the sandwich.
It's a ham sandwich and it's delicious. It's got mayonnaise and it has this thing called ketchup on it.
He says, hello, beautiful people on Skullspin. Well, hey, fuck you, Goon. Rick.
Let's not get on the argument of ketchup.
All right.
That was a 20-minute argument the other night.
Yeah, tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Not fucking sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Random Goon says, hello, beautiful people on Skullspin. Well, I feel offended.
Oof.
Can argue, but you know.
It's not red sauce, Goon. It's freaking ketchup. Give it the time.
Yeah, but it's sauce that's red, so I guess it does make sense.
It's a freaking condiment.
Red sauce is red. Yes.
I mean, I get you're blind, you probably wouldn't know, but
Wow.
It's so weird breaking the law again.
Breaking low. Breaking the low.
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah, didn't you do a stream called that didn't break any laws at all?
Yep.
You didn't even misgender someone.
I know. Fucking he-she's.
Random Goon is
Never
brown
mind.
sauce gravy.
No, gravy's just gravy.
Oh, what's brown sauce? I hate to ask.
A different kind of sauce.
They
Brown
call it
sauce is
beef.
Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce, I think.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
it's HP sauce. HP sauce is brown sauce.
It depends on who's making
HP sauce
it
is brown sauce.
and what you're trying to do with it. Because some vendors will call their brown gravy brown sauce.
Gravy's not brown sauce.
It's
Okay,
like
what's
brown sauce is
everyone's
HB
opinion
sauce.
about biscuits and gravy?
I love them with
What
with sausage. Lots of sausage.
That sounds fucking disgusting, but biscuits are a different thing, so.
Biscuits are a different
And
thing here,
also
Scotty.
Biscuits are
No,
delicious.
it's
to
better.
me, it
And-
sounds fucking disgusting. I'm going by the correct
The
English
gravy
language.
for biscuits and gravy is totally different too.
Yep, it's a country
Yeah,
gravy.
yeah.
Pepper cream gravy.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going by the correct English language usage, so therefore.
All right, let's stop talking about food. I've only been up a couple hours.
No worries.
Nom nom
I'm
nom
hungry.
nom 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 nom.
I haven't smoked enough weed to fucking eat yet.
Nom 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 nom. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, so did anybody hear about the big penis in England?
Yes.
What, the one on the street?
Yeah,
Trump?
Yeah.
Trump was greeted
like-
by a penis.
What?
Yeah, Trump went to go visit the Queen, and he was greeted by a big penis.
Oh my god.
Oh, Sadiq?
I didn't hear the rest of that, but continue. All I seen was the picture and the memes.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen it yet either. That's why I'm loading up the news article. And
Alright.
while
Obviously.
we're loading,
And you never will see it.
uh-huh. So the Queen gave Donald Trump a set of pens, and Winston Churchill booked during the tour of Buckingham Palace.
That's
And then he was greeted by a baby Trump, which I thought Scotsman might find funny.
No. That's an old thing.
Baby
He was
Trump.
greeted by the baby Trump again.
Yeah, they had
I
to
want
blow
one.
up baby Trump. And then apparently there was
Keep it classy.
Unoriginal. It's
Keep
unoriginal.
it
isn't it?
classy.
You know you can buy them.
Nothing costs like £300,000 or something.
No, they're like 150. They're small versions that you can fill with helium. They're made out of that balloon material.
It still costs more than it should
Mylar.
have done.
No, the
Oh,
one
yeah,
you
that-
get
Trump do
with
do 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 baby Trump do 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 do
That's
baby
right.
Trump do 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 do
Only watch
baby
it on my
Trump.
channel, though. If you want to hear the real song, go to my channel.
Come on, where'd the dick one go?
I know where the dick went, baby.
I'm glad
Well, I
you
was
said
looking
it.
for.
The
My
dick
girl's looking for a
just
dick.
disappeared. I can't find the dick one now. The
Big
dick's gone.
decisions.
No.
I'm just gonna walk away.
I can't find the penis. Scotty, help me find the penis.
I'm gonna mute myself now.
There you go. There's the article.
Imagine my shock.
Well,
Okay,
next
find the
time, don't
penis.
stick your penis in between so many pussycats.
Oh my god.
Finding the penis. Scotty, you're the best.
Right, does she imagine she can find my penis for real?
Yes, please donate
Put
to
up all those
Scotty.
pictures of those cute pussycats, and then you have the penis in the middle, and it gets lost.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time. Wait, 3 more.
It's just I had the penis and then it was gone and it just now it's just
Then it came back. Then it went. Then it was gone again. Then it came back and it was gone again. And then it got really wet.
hang in chat, but it was like redirecting you to somewhere and then it just didn't. So I'm just gonna send it to myself on Twitter and then open it up on my phone because
Be careful. You might go somewhere you don't want to go.
I know, like
It's the daily record.
everything.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Go on Google and just type in big penis and see what happens.
Yeah, and present yourself. Oh,
Yeah, there
my
we go. Donald Trump welcome to UK with massive penis on flight path. Wow. That is just so cool.
But then he whips out his and says, "Ha, mine's bigger."
Exactly. How'd you know?
Because that's what I would do.
Apparently, it's a big dick that says Trump underneath.
It says
Sorry,
Oi Trump. It says Oi Trump.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oi, Trump. Yeah, so student behind the bold statement says the U.S. president and his denial of climate change aren't welcome in the UK.
Oh my god, fuck him. Of
So
course
brave,
this-
so bold.
Yeah. A Donald
brave.
Trump protester mowed a massive penis into a field on the flight path, bringing him to the UK.
I bet he had a good chuckle about that.
Oh, probably. The daring statement to the U.S. president, that's not daring, that's just hilarious, can be clearly seen from the sky at a field close to Stansted Airport,
Yes.
where Air Force One touched us down in the morning. It was an art student. I guess they're putting their art major to good use.
They need to go back to school then. I've seen the picture. They suck.
It is not known for sure if the president spotted the statement bearing the words "Oi, Trump"
I
as
bet
he
he started
played
going, oi, oi, oi. I can see him on the
Trump,
plane.
Trump, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah. He probably thought it was like, yeah, they love me.
Yep. Donald Trump and his denial of climate change is not welcome in the UK, and I want him to be fully aware of that while he flies in. Wow.
A handful of fucking retards don't want him there. Fuck them.
And then he got arrested. Because, oi, you got a license for that lawnmower.
I thought porn was illegal over there.
No. For
No,
now,
like blatant, like
No.
doing shit like that. Don't you have like extreme decency laws?
no.
Yeah,
No.
remember that guy that was drawing dicks on the bar mats? Didn't he get in trouble for that?
I think so. But
Yeah, there you go.
I guess it was his field. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently, just you gotta do that. Yep.
So you can't say mean things on the internet, but you can draw dicks everywhere.
Yep. And it was funny because this morning all over the headlines, all it was Trump lands in UK. The first thing he does is insult the London mayor, and I'm like, he deserved it.
Actually, the London mayor started it.
Yeah, essentially,
The
yes.
London mayor can suck some balls. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I agree.
He insulted the man who made a giant baby
I'll be doing no
limb
fucking
of
with
his
Sadiq Khan, thank you very much.
Yep, and I mean, he did it in a
Yeah.
tweet. It wasn't like it was public or anything. Oh wait, but yeah. So you know,
Tweets are public.
And I mean, you know what? He just it wasn't that bad.
Not really.
You know, it's not like he said he should be kneeling in front of a wall or anything. Just whenever I want to insult people, I got a good top shelf.
Like you just cussed about and then eventually just.
Yeah, there we go. So, fuck off, cat. You're distracting the shit out of me. I had stuff I was going to say and I can't remember now.
Hello, Chloe.
Exactly. She's just fucking crazy. So, yeah.
She's your cat.
Well, she's
Well, it makes
high
sense.
on-
They say
she's high on-
animals reflect their owner.
Yeah, there we go. Did you hear about the Chicago shooting?
Yeah,
Which one?
there was loads of them.
52 shot, 10 fatalities in weekend violence, Chicago.
Yeah, I covered it on my stream.
Oh, well, fine. Bunch of
Yeah.
people died at the end.
You can still read it.
Yeah, we can still talk about it. I mean,
Sure, why not?
it should be news, but nope. I mean, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's Chicago. It's just
Gangsters.
a norm.
Lots of gangsters. They're going to have some extra bullet holes to parade around whenever people go on those little tourist buses.
There are no tourist buses in Chicago.
Yeah, there are. There's a tour bus.
Nobody wants a tour of that.
We did, and we really didn't want to be there.
I'm sure. I feel the same way.
Yeah,
in
we're-
Ohio.
I've been to the aquarium and that's it.
Well, we went to Chicago because we were invited to a university to play our tromboners and shit. And
Chicago used to be cool. Used to be. Not anymore.
Because you were
But
so
yeah,
cool with
and
your trombone.
yeah, with my big tromboner, it was just so big, and it was just I blew on it every day while I was there. It was awesome, and just slide. Anyways, so we're there, and so we had a tour guide, and they took us on this tour guide on a bus, and man, she was just very well. Okay, so we were 15-year-olds, and she was talking to people that probably should have been more adults. At the end, and so we got to stick our fingers in bullet holes, and at the end of it, she's like, "All right, I'm off like a hooker on New Year's." And my teacher looked at us all and went, "Do not tell your parents about this ever." Yeah. That's so. You know what? Chicago shooting. The tour bus gonna have more bullet holes to look at because they were like, Canadians. I bet you here's something you've never seen before. This is a bullet hole made by Al Capone or whatever the fuck, and it was huge. But yeah, they were like, Canadians, you bet probably never seen these kind of bullet holes before. I guess they were just making fun of us and shit, but whatever. So yeah, back to the article. I mean, it was sort of related.
Sort of, kind of, maybe.
Yeah,
Not really. The same city, but nothing to do with each other at all.
exactly. Has everybody ever been to Ed Dubovnik's in Chicago? The restaurant where they get paid to insult you? Yeah,
No.
well,
I can get
No,
that
but
for
I
free
want
on
to
the
open
internet.
one.
oh, well,
I
they
want
insult
to
you.
be rude to customers so bad.
It
For
was-
years,
I
I've
would
had
have
to
so much fun with
kick
that.
everybody's
It
asses.
would be like your ideal.
Having to kiss everybody's ass for most of my life has really gotten to me. I
Oh,
want
it
to be
does.
paid to be an asshole.
Well, we all walked in and they went, "Hey, the asshole Canadians are here.
Mhm.
Who's gonna get a dollar for drinking this vinegar?" And we're all like, "What?" Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then they had a bunch of guys stripping and dancing to the YMCA while we're trying to eat our foot-long hot dogs. It was really fucking weird. That was the first impression I got of Americans, by the way.
It just sounds wrong when I try. dancing to the YMCA while you're trying to eat your foot-long hot dogs.
They were actually called the Footlongers. And yeah, they had a bunch of guys. Yeah, they had a bunch of guys in like pink and green shorts dancing all over the place. And once again, my teacher, Mr. McCord, looked at us and said, "Please don't tell your parents." And then he said, "I'm never using this tour guide again."
I bet.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
15.
Listen, kid, what happens
so
in America
bad,
stays in America.
Yeah, no, right?
That's not so bad then. At least you weren't like a little kid at the time.
No, and then the next day we went to a restaurant called Graffitis, where there's just graffiti on everything. Yeah, well, the graffiti isn't exactly PG-13, and it's everywhere.
Yeah, again, you were 15. It wasn't like you were a little kid. It's not so bad.
Yeah, but it was a school trip. Okay, it was a school trip. So yeah, it was that bad.
So just note, everybody. Blind girl says Chicago's awesome, and the tour buses and all this, and less than 5 minutes later, she's saying the most common thing she heard was, "Don't tell your parents."
Yeah.
Yeah, just let it happen.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. Actually, we just
when
let
you
it
go on a
happen.
school trip, you don't want to hear "Don't tell your parents."
I thought it was awesome.
That's sort of a flag, like, Mom.
Well, none of our parents were there. It was just us because we were in the school band. So the band got to go for 3 or 4 days in Chicago, and it was great. Sort of. Except that everybody knew we were Canadians, and they just made fun of us a lot. And there was a lot of bullet holes and shit, and just crazy ass fucking. And they were just like, "Don't stray from the group. Just whatever we do. If you see an alley, don't look." Because there's hookers and stuff, apparently. And my hometown, where my high school is, you got to remember there's like a church on every corner. So again, don't tell your parents.
Diane, turn the camera off.
And so, has anybody checked to see if Hazel's in the chat today?
Oh, she knows all about this. I think.
No, Hazel's not in the chat.
I ain't seen her.
No, it's not Hazel.
Pretty sure she knows.
The biggest thing when we traveled for school, we just traveled around Ohio and we just snuck like alcohol, and our hotel rooms were right next to each other, and the teachers were like, "Fuck it," and we're over here on 36. If you guys need us, call us. That type of thing. So
Yep, we did the same thing. We'd come down here to Sandusky for weekends and whatnot with the school trips.
Yeah,
Trashed. Be talking
crazy stuff at the hotels. Parents had no idea. They pick you up. How was the trip?
Girls coming back pregnant, you know.
What did you score in speech? I do.
Okay, we won a lot of gold medals. Okay, we were a very professional orchestra of teenagers in Chicago.
There's such a thing of a professional of anything of teenagers.
If we were in Chicago from Canada. Yeah.
Were you the only band? Were you the only band there from Canada?
Yeah.
That's all. You're probably just the king of the shit, I guess.
Well, so what happened was this university person came up to Canada to adjudicate the national orchestra, whatever the music festival that we were doing, and we won 5 gold medals, and so we won our national championship of whatever the fuck it is we're playing. And this adjudicator from Chicago was like, "Man, you guys gotta come down and play in our university." And we said, "Okay, why the fuck not?" But it wasn't as interesting as we thought it was going to be. You know, I mean, we thought it was going to be like, "Yeah, awesome," but more it was just like, "Oh, look, it's the dumbass Canadians." Everywhere we went, it wasn't even a unique experience. It was just the entire few days of Chicago was just all, "Fuck, look at some Canadians." We're just like, Jesus Christ, I thought we were supposed to be like neighbors. What the fuck is this shit? But anyways, a bunch of people died in Chicago this weekend.
Nice say.
Yeah, I'm really good at those. And this article is just nothing but a bunch of ads. Let's go to the second link. All right, look at that. We've got the Washington Times. Yeah, this should be accurate. Totally.
More accurate than Washington Post.
Yeah, there we go. Because it's the Washington Times. It doesn't post at Times. Yeah. Although they're saying.
Washington Times they tend to be a little more reputable because they tend to post less fake news, but Washington Times is right leaning.
Oh, so my kind of paper. All right.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm going to like this. Although they're so conservative that instead of 10 people dead, they went down to 8. So, yeah, there we go. They're even conservative about their dead. Yeah. It's just, 10 people didn't die. It was only 8. Motherfuckers. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, so the Chicago Popo say 44 injured, 8 killed in weekend shootings. And plural, meaning there were more than one?
Always.
Okay. Awesome.
What, shootings?
Yeah, it says shootings.
Yeah.
Man, everyone acts like this is a big surprise. Every major city this happens. They're just not all reported.
Yeah, so Chicago's police chief on Monday said it was a despicable level of violence during a weekend in which 52 people in the city were shot. 8 of them died, and 2 people were stabbed to death.
Oh, they just need to man up. Shit like this happens in Detroit fucking every day. You just don't hear about it.
So, Chicago, how's those really strict gun laws working out for you?
Exactly.
I was about to say, for banning guns, there seems to be an awful lot of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing also is, statistically, these are added into the mass shootings that we have. Like, most people think, oh, mass shootings is schools and all this other political stuff, but no, this type of shit is added to that statistic.
Yep,
and they are not aware of that. Same with drive-bys.
Yep.
It's not
Earth
just
wars and shit like that. You shoot at more than one person, that's a mass shooting.
Yeah. That's my 2 cents.
Which very good 2 cents. What the fuck is wrong with your teachers, Blind Girl? I don't know. I think they're just Canadian.
Just too nice.
Yeah. So Popo believe most of the shootings were gang related. Superintendent Eddie Johnson said the shootings happened from 6 p.m. Friday until midnight Sunday. Really? On one of the warmest and sunniest weekends of the year in Chicago's. The city often sees an increase in this kind of stuff in warm weather. Well, unless you're Jesse Smollett, and then in -40, it's a great time to lynch. Johnson said the department increased the number of uniformed officers.
Jesse.
As opposed to just officers. These ones are uniformed. On the street, targeting areas where the Popo expected gang stuff to retaliate for previous gang stuff. He said he believes the effort helped the Popo seize 92 illegal firearms, nearly twice as many as the department seizes in a typical warm weather weekend. So, when America gets summer, they just shoot people. When Canadians see summer, they get barbecues. Okay.
Hey, you can't say Chicago's all of America. Most of the time, I leave people alone.
Meh.
I only shoot people give me a reason to.
Or if they look like a deer.
Oh yeah. Kid, you look like Bambi, sir. You about to die, boy.
Homicides in the Chicago's surged to more than 770 3 years ago, but have dropped since to 660 in 2017 and 561 last year. They're on pace to drop even more this year. I'm sure they are. Police urge residents to come forward with any information and they'll give them a free bulletproof vest. I mean, with any information that would help in their investigation. They really should have handed out this free bulletproof vest, but okay. The Chicago police say in the coming weeks.
Actually, the irony is depending on. I think body armor is illegal in Illinois.
Wow, really?
Also, depending on the vest, it only works once.
Yeah, back when all the rappers started talking about it and selling it as like clothing lines, I'm pretty sure they outlawed it then.
Why?
Because the cops
actually
can't put you down.
It was even before. It was even before that because it was sold as militaristic weapons. Yeah.
It's illegal to wear something because the cops might not be able to shoot you. Wow.
Pretty much.
That's a fucking stupid law.
You can stand there and have a shootout with them then. Instead of them taking you down quickly, you have protection and you can stand there and shoot it out.
Best then. If you're just a civilian,
they want to have the upper hand. They can have the bigger weapons, the body armor, everything to have the upper hand. If you're at level fucking playing grounds with them, they have no authority.
The faster car.
Yep. Just like the bootleggers, they had faster cars. They got away.
It's still gonna hurt if you wear a bulletproof vest. The bullet doesn't go in you, but all that force does.
Yeah, but if you're in a shootout and the adrenaline's going, and they just hit you, fuck yeah, I'm gonna stand there and keep shooting.
True.
Oh, look at this guy with the chairs. Thinker.
Yeah, I think you're smart with all these chairs. God damn it.
We're over here sitting on the fucking ground and shit. Fuck yeah.
I think it's just because they flown ahead, maybe.
Probably.
Fucking thinker.
So the popos say in the coming weeks, more patrol officers will be deployed to shoot people, including officers on bicycles.
All we need now is some rifles. We got the shit. Some shit.
Wow. So they're like, we have so many gang shootouts, we're going to put officers on bicycles.
Fuck.
That's a good idea, isn't it? That'll work.
I just think.
All right, you in the basket.
Like I said, they're not interested in arrest.
Yep.
Wait! I just realized cops on bicycles. Yeah, they walk into Starbucks, their bike's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be miserable. A bicycle cop in their shorts and the polo shirt, just standing outside like, "Where's my bike?"
I'm sure it happens.
Also reiterated his complaints about what he says are lax gun laws and court policies that he says turn the county jail into a revolving door for gun offenders. Until we stop giving them guns. Oh wait, sorry. Until we stop giving them the sense that they can do this with impunity, then we are going to continue to have these goddamn press conferences, he said. Yeah. Oh my god. Trump is a gangster? Holy fuck, yeah.
Trump's what?
He's a gangster. Trump is a gangster.
Sure.
Sanders calls Trump the most dangerous president in modern history. Oh my god, he's a gangster.
Has he killed more people than Obama yet?
I don't know.
I'm not saying that to be a smartass. I'm actually asking.
Yeah, seriously, that's a
Probably not.
real question.
And this is where I guess I got to mention for the chat that I'm not exactly pro-Trump.
he's not the worst president you've ever had.
No, he's not.
That he isn't.
He'll do.
Yeah, anyway.
He
Only America where
was the
people
best
will be
choice out
mad
of the
when
two.
we're doing good.
Yep. Bernie Sanders took him at President Trump, calling him the most dangerous commander-in-chief in modern history before turning and eating some pudding. Sanders,
Thunder, that's a good idea. Coffee sounds amazing.
oh my God, it really does. Sanders leveled the accusation in a piece published by the New York NYT, in which the 2020 Democratic hopeful outlined his plans to take the White House for all of its pudding.
And chowder.
Exactly. If we hope to defeat Mr. Trump, we must do more than focus on his personality and reactionary policies, Sanders wrote while eating his pudding. And probably waving too. He probably waved.
Coffee.
Yeah. What else do I got?
Coffee.
I wish somebody was here to make me coffee.
You cannot make your own coffee anymore.
You bastards better start donating.
And all right, well,
They're like half a pot in the kitchen.
I'm so tired. I just don't want to get up and make a coffee. I am so tired, man.
Scotty and Blind Girl's Kitchen. Start donating.
Hell yeah.
Blind Girl needs sandwiches and coffee.
Oh, hell yeah.
It turns out to make me those. Right.
You get special.
Yep.
Those sandwiches are pre-made.
Make the sandwich would not make sense.
It's a cooperative effort, though. You got to bring your own condiments.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Scotty needs to bring his own condom.
I don't actually. She can't get pregnant.
Yeah, true.
That's right. Extra mayonnaise.
I can go in there bareback.
Exactly. Oh, wow. Sephora to shut U.S. stores for diversity training after SZA racial profiling. What? Wow. And all I've got is a leftist source. This is going to be awesome. Oh, it's CNN too. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, man, put on your hats, guys. It might rain some snowflakes.
I'm not fully awake for CNN.
Well, Sephora is, of course, the makeup line that does drag kid makeup now.
That was cute, Blind Girl.
Put on your hats. You might get some snowflakes here. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm curious about this.
Yeah,
oh, and I didn't know the drag thing. I don't shop there, but it's interesting.
I don't shop there either. The makeup is too posh for me and expensive, and I actually have to wear makeup to buy it.
But what happened with them?
Okay, so Sephora will close all locations Wednesday to hold diversity training for its staff after R&B singer SCA accused the store of racial profiling in April.
Really?
Yeah, really. Personally, I hope they close forever because they're fucking shitty.
One person has that much power over a company.
Well, Sephora is totally woke. You know that, right? They're so woke.
Kind of like Gillette now.
Oh, fucking right. Yeah.
Let's losing their fucking minds.
Oh, fucking right there. The cosmetic retailer announced on May 23rd that every store, distribution center, and corporate office in the United States will close to hold inclusion workshops to turn them into the mindless zealots they chose to be when they sign up for the job.
Nice.
I think it's a good idea, losing a whole day of business.
Yeah, and Suicide Line was notified it might get some extra colors that day too.
Sorry.
Suicide Hotline, we ask that you take your head out of the oven.
We ask you leave this company for your wolf.
Right. In April,
this
SZA, which I don't even know who that fucking person is. Who the fuck is SZA?
Some dumb American.
Fair enough.
No, that's SDA.
Isn't that what you said?
No,
SZA.
CA.
Oh, ZA?
No, Z,
Oh.
as in Zed.
Wait.
some
what
zero
is-
American.
Yeah, SZA.
Oh, SZA.
Oh. That's how you pronounce it? SZA, and it's SZA. Fucking, do people not know how to spell things anymore?
No.
Nope.
Fucking
Okay.
No.
Well,
Says the person
SZA.
who's bad at
Yeah,
spelling.
it's SZA.
shit up now.
SZA, that has no I in between the S and Z because they're fucking illiterate.
Yeah,
tweeted
she's pretty
about-
popular.
Yeah, illiterate are people too.
Her experience in a Sephora in Calabasas, California, of course,
Mhm.
saying security was called because a staff member thought she was stealing from the store.
Probably was.
I'm gonna say X.
That's hilarious. They're like, you're stealing because you're black.
Remember when Winona Ryder got caught stealing?
Yeah.
That was great. Like,
And you know what?
you're
So-
a millionaire. What are you doing?
I was practicing for a role.
Yeah. You dumb bitch.
So, thinking that somebody might be stealing something is racial profiling now. Because if you're black and you might be stealing something, that's racial profiling. But what if you really were attempting to steal something? Is that still racial profiling?
Yeah, it's because they're black.
Wow.
Yep. Don't dare catch them doing something illegal. You're fucking.
Arresting black
Racist.
people is racist, even if
No.
they kill your mother.
You know.
They're actually coming out with AI that will be able to determine suspicious body language
Yeah.
in stores. They're already trying them out.
They already have it.
Go wrong, though.
I install that shit. They already do it.
Like, what if I'm stoned and I can't pick out my chips? Like, come on, man.
Then
I'm not
you're
trying to
gonna
be
be on the
suspicious.
next-
I'm already like stoned. I just want
Then
some
you're gonna show up on YouTube somewhere.
I was
You
gonna
see
drop-
those videos, the
Stupid.
fucking security cam footage of people who just trip the fuck out.
So
Like,
LMAO Sandy Sephora, location 614 Calabasas, called security to make sure I wasn't stealing. We had a long talk. You have a blessed day, Sandy. SZA tweeted. And of course, she spelled you with a big U.
Because YOU is too hard to type.
Exactly. Sephora
Can we start using proper grammar on the internet,
No, we can't.
please?
No, I'm dyslexic. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, so
I
Sephora
know it's hard, but
responded to the tweet on May the 1st, saying, "You are a part of the Sephora family, and we are committed to ensuring every member of our community feels welcome and included in our stores to buy our fucking shit." In a statement,
Pay for it.
yeah,
Bastards.
posted to the Sephora Facebook page, the company also announced its new "We Belong to Something Beautiful" campaign, which focuses on inclusion with its staff and toward its customers. Sephora
Dear
said,
Sephora, I am a 42-year-old overweight man. I do not feel welcome in your stores.
Okay, that's weird.
"Oh my God, we should all text
I
them
wanna-
that. We should seriously all
Dear
tweet that."
Sephora, I want to feel pretty too.
It's Scotty, go look at my general on my Discord.
Okay, what for?
I don't know how I did that.
Did
I
what?
was asleep at 9:21. I shrilled his Streamlabs in my general while I was asleep.
I'm not complaining. Didn't get any
I'm
donation.
sure you're not. I don't even think
Nice.
it's the full link, is it?
Is
Yeah.
the correct link?
Awesome.
The poor
I was like, get Scotty laid in my sleep.
never stop building community where diversity is expected. Self-expression is honored. All are welcome, and you are included. Yeah. The move towards diversity training is similar
Bet
to
you I show
how
up in my deepest voice. I won't be I won't be welcome there.
I'm gonna try and see what.
you need some makeup that doesn't
Can you
come
point
off.
me
when I
to
put my
those?
mouth on it.
I would like some lipstick, please. Some eyeliner would be nice.
8 o'clock.
This isn't going to rub off on anything, is it?
What?
I need
This is
some
good one.
lipstick that won't rub off on something.
Rub off on me all you want to. So reason money you could rub it off on.
Wait, so does that mean you want your dick to have every color of the rainbow?
No.
Taste the rainbow.
I was just
That's
about to say that. I was
usually-
like, damn it.
Like, if your dick is every color of the rainbow, you got some new type of fucking shit. No one's gonna want that.
Because
No,
on the
that could be
rainbow,
no. You know what? That could be a good challenge. Find a lipstick each
Pretty sure.
color of the rainbow. Start at the base and then do that. Like make it a ring all the way up, and
as
then
long as I come at the end, I'm not involved.
it's art.
It's actually a
Yeah, but some guys just don't have
gay
enough.
That's a good
There's
challenge.
a lot of colors.
it's a gay game. Have you not heard of the gay game?
Oh no.
Okay. 7 gay people put a different color of lipstick around their butthole, and then you try to get every color of the rainbow on your dick.
Oh,
Oh,
dear God, no.
no, that's not how I was thinking of it. No.
Oh,
No
this is
insurance.
good shit. You guys got to subscribe. This
I
is
was
not
thinking
true.
like something cute, like a challenge to do, like between myself
is
and
good
someone
shit.
else, not like a gay butthole.
my show's
thing.
worse.
Ugh. Anyway,
My show's worse than both of your shows.
The
No, I'm
move
telling my
towards-
crew about this stuff. They're like, "What the fuck are you on?"
Why are you sharing?
Drugs mostly. Why?
Something blank on opinionated Scotsman. There you go. There's a show for you.
The move towards diversity training
Yeah, almost in the window.
is similar to
Yeah.
how Starbucks handled an accusation of racial profiling.
Doop.
Yeah, that's right. Because the coffee chain closed its 8,000 stores nationwide in 2018 for diversity training, so that they too could brainwash their slaves. Ladies and gentlemen, support.
Cryptic, don't be so thirsty, man.
Oh, Cryptic, you're awesome.
What's cryptic though?
Crypto's looking for dick again.
Is he looking for any dick or his own?
I don't know
Yeah,
if
I'm
he's
looking
ever
at his
seen
dick.
his own.
Well, he is Asian, so it makes sense he wouldn't see his own.
Chipotle could cover Trump tariffs with an extra nickel per burrito. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Burrito. You know what? Sometimes I wrap Chloe up in a big blanket and I call her the burrito.
That's weird and cute at the same time.
Oh my god.
And you wonder why Chloe's neurotic.
She just did a burrito, and then she
Yay,
can't
the
get out.
sun's
And she
going
just looks
down.
at me, and she's just like, "Meow," and I'm like, "You cannot escape the burrito." And she's like, "Please let me out, sir. I would like no more." And I'm like, "No, burrito. You will now be snuggled." And yeah, she's just stuck, rolled up in a blanket like a burrito. But you got to do it when she's sleeping, otherwise she'll only eat it. if she's
My
not.
cats freak out. They do not like that.
Chloe freaks out when I let her
yeah,
go.
my
finally.
one cat will. My one cat freaks out if you pick her up, and then the biggin likes being carried around the house like a kid.
None of my
Yes,
cats
the one
like
that's
to do
Nanny
that.
likes the one that's like.
Except when the baby does it. They all let her do that. They know they'll fucking be living outside if they scratch the baby. So she's the only one that can do it.
My son pulls handfuls of fur out of my cat. My cat just looks at him like, it's
Yep,
attention.
that's how it started. Handfuls of hair. Now it's being carried around by the neck.
Oh no! If it's being carried around by the neck, my cat will get him.
No, my cats, they know. The kids come first. They can live the fuck outside if they start hurting the kids.
Yeah, but my cat's the same way, but my cat also knows that I won't let my son hurt him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't let my kids
aside
hurt
from the handfuls of hair, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't
my
let
cat and my child
hurt
have a
them, but
mutual
it
understanding. They just don't go near each other at all. They have a mutual understanding.
Oh, they
The
just
cat
no,
doesn't go near him, he doesn't go near the cat. It's all good.
They
My
just
old
hate each
cat
other.
is like that. Stays away.
Yeah,
Always looking for an adult lab.
No.
yeah. That was a thing. All right, let's see what. Oh fuck! I need to click on that. All right, fuck is my chat. All right, hi chat. How's it going? Wow. Yes, I need more coffee. No, I don't just need more coffee. I need to hire a man to make me coffee. Yeah. And you know what? If it's Scotty, it can be a naked man.
Who's stirring something?
What's my payment then?
Scotty, will you just stand in my kitchen and nakedly make me coffee?
How would you know? He could be fully dressed.
Well,
You're like,
whatever.
yeah, I'm naked.
I mean, the only
Like,
the
ow,
only
that
important detail was making of coffee. He doesn't really have to be naked. He could just lie if he wanted to.
As long as the coffee shows up.
Exactly. That's the important detail.
Okay then.
Fucking
Yeah.
pizza. Holy fuck.
Just nakedly make some coffee.
No.
see, that'd be funny. That'd be funny to have a picture of Scott. That'd be the perfect meme. Picture of Scotty in her in Blind Girl's kitchen. You know, just no shirt on. You just see like his shoulders and his head. Then put closed captions on the bottom. Makes coffee nakedly.
With an apron.
Oh god, that would be awesome. Just Scotty in an
Kabuki
apron. Just wow. A Scotch in an apron.
Chucker,
That's so cool.
have you seen the Chucker?
In the
Have
kitchen,
you
you
seen
know?
the dad apron, the barbecue dad apron, where
That's
the
your job, isn't it?
guts hanging out? And it's got the fanny pack on it. It's got like a beer printed there.
No, but I'd kind of like that idea.
Yeah, I seen it at Walmart. It was hilarious.
Hey, Blanco, I thought it was a woman's job to be in the kitchen.
Yeah, when coffee is involved, definitely manly. Manly men need to make coffee.
That was not manly.
Yeah,
He wants coffee. That's
Yeah.
how it's manly.
It's like, yeah. And I mean, coffee energizes women for sex, so you shouldn't even argue with that.
Not always.
It does now.
I think I spelled that wrong.
What's he gonna do? Pour it on your pussy? I mean, what the hell?
No, he's gonna give it to me. I'm gonna drink it, and then I'm gonna be awake enough to actually do whatever it is he wants me to be diddling.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
you
coffee
kidding? You don't
makes
need to be awake
wanna
for that.
poop, and then if you got to poop and you're trying to
Oh, you
do
need
that,
to eat or something for that.
so I'm sure it could get uncomfortable.
Hey, Chadwick.
Huh.
That reminds me. Sometime look up Black Rifle Coffee
Okay.
banned commercial. Banned
Oh.
commercial.
I'm doing that right now. Black Rifle.
Yeah, Black Rifle Coffee.
Isn't that the coffee that's like super caffeinated?
Their CAF coffee is. Stands for caffeinated as fuck.
Yeah,
I'm actually
advertises for him.
my two favorites of theirs is Silencer Smooth and AK-47. Silencer Smooth is it's like a Folger. It's stronger than, but it tastes like Well, it's similar to Folgers Black Silk to where it's strong, but it's not as acidic as a lot of coffee. But then the AK-47 is espresso roast.
Yeah. So, I found out that eating instant noodles can make babies gay.
What?
Yeah.
Ramen makes gay.
Eating instant
The
noodles
fuck?
can make babies gay, claims
Who the
Indonesian
fuck wrote
politician.
this?
World of Buzz, and it was by an Indonesian politician.
All right, I'm gonna pull Scotsman. Jewish shower.
Yeah, that's my stick.
I know. My kids live on ramen.
I live on ramen. But nobody's a baby anymore.
I want a cup of soup now. Or a cup of noodle.
So Indonesian
And isn't
politician.
that like a fucking staple over there? Didn't they invent ramen?
I thought that was the Japanese.
Yeah, but it's like all the fucking same over there. They all eat noodles.
Yeah, true. Indonesian politician made headlines as he gave out a rather bizarre statement. How feeding instant noodles and milk formula to babies can turn them homos. Now, why are you feeding babies noodles? I don't know. But okay. During a city-run pregnancy seminar, the mayor of Indonesia's Tangerang City Foreign Wismancia Foreign said to create Indonesian children that are healthy, smart, and competitive, the most important thing is from the beginning to provide them adequate nutrition, especially breastfeeding. Okay. What does that have to do with ramen? According to some guy, due to most adults being busy with work, the parents would resort to feeding their children instant meals, such as instant noodles and milk power. Oh, and milk power? I think they meant to write powder, but it just says power. He had claimed that these two would cause a negative impact on a child's development. So it's no wonder that recently there are more LGBT.
Trucker, why was that banned? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, blind girl. Why was that commercial banned?
I don't
That
know,
was so stupid.
but it was funny.
Yeah,
You know,
I totally fucking
I can see.
blanked.
I could
It was
see where
great.
this article. I could see where this article is coming from if you approached it from a different direction.
Okay.
From the quote and all, it's kind of sounding like it's like a chemical combination and all that mess. But I think it's more if you approach it from a whole. Well, if you take so little time preparing food that there's so little family time. You know, there's so little family time. It's not used to having the. You know, the child's not used to having the mom and dad time. Therefore, no parental supervision, exploring that kind of stuff. If they approached it from that angle, it would make more sense. But it's still, you know.
Even then, who cares really?
Yeah.
Even if they do explode, as long as they don't leak it.
But the link is definitely all about the noodles.
So
I guess,
noodles make
no.
gay.
Maybe it's just
Awesome.
because they're sticking a noodle in their mouth all the time.
Well, you have a plenty experience then. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing
Apparently,
is, I mean,
yeah.
when it comes to most gay men, sticking a wet noodle in their mouth is not the right consistency. I mean, now if the noodle dried off in their mouth and became hard again, that'd be a different story. But
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ, dude. So some guy's statement may be a shocker for most people, but his controversial statement is not the first anti-gay rhetoric in the Southeast Asian country. Indonesia's defense minister earlier in the week said the LGBT movement was more dangerous than nuclear warfare. I could agree with that. In January, Indonesia's Minister of Research and Technology urged for LGBT students to be banned from universities. Even though being gay is not a crime in the Muslim majority country, good to note that, except for the province of Sharia ruled Aceh, whatever the fuck, foreign. The concept of being homo is still not widely accepted. You know, I wish they'd make a difference between the concept of being homo versus the LGBT. Big difference. Just saying.
Mhm.
Salted nuke for any country banning gays.
Yeah! Yeah! Wow!
Yeah, if you want to
Puppies.
flip off the roof.
Puppies. Come on, where's my news article? Puppies. Kitties. Puppies.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of all the coffee talk we had a few minutes ago, there's one in the group DM you may dig.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a group DM? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a kitty eating dinner at the table with all of his humans. Okay, I'll go find it.
I'm going to try to get me a hold of some of that coffee as soon as I get money in. But
I just don't want to move, man. I am just so freaking tired, dude. I'm just so tired.
Thunder, the irony is where I buy that coffee from. I buy it
Where
from
do
my
you buy
local
it
gun
from?
shop. My local gun shop.
that's the best place to buy it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Up to 25 cups of coffee a day, still safe for heart health. Study says yes.
Holy. Has anyone seen that episode of Futurama where Fry drinks 25 cups of coffee a day or in one go?
That wasn't 100 cups of coffee in one go.
Oh, yeah, it was 100 cups.
Yeah, so coffee lovers might be able to breathe a sigh of relief. A new study found that drinking copious amounts, even large amounts of the caffeinated beverage won't stiffen arteries and harm your heart. All right, copious amounts of coffee, insert here. What the fuck kind of a word is that?
What?
What?
What word? What is the word?
Aficionados.
Huh?
AFICION aficionados.
Oh,
Aficionados.
Yeah.
Well, it was saying it when I got Siri to speak
Coffee
it for me.
snobs.
It sounded fucking Spanish.
Coffee snobs.
Exactly.
It sounded foreign when Siri was pronouncing it. Like, how the fuck is I supposed to pronounce that?
I just
That's
read
it. I know how to read right.
Because isn't aficionado supposed to be like a French-based word?
Aficionado, like you know everything there is to know about it. You're snobby about it.
Coffee snob.
Okay, so snobs have been getting mixed messages about their favorite drink when some research suggesting that drinking coffee can improve health, while other studies advise people to cut down on their consumption. Previous studies suggested that coffee can cause a stiffening of the arteries, putting pressure on the heart and stuff. and increasing the likelihood of a stroke, heart attack, or short death. Just saying. But a new study founded in part by the British Heart Foundation, oh shit, we can't trust this, found that drinking 5 cups of coffee a day was no worse for the arteries than drinking less than 1
Why I
cup.
keep making it.
Yeah, hells yeah. The study of more than 8,000 people, hopefully still alive, across the United Kingdom also found that even those who drank up to 25 goddamn cups a day were no more likely to experience stiffening of the arteries, but shaking of the joints may occur.
Yeah, so
I just saw something I need to look up later. There was a study at a university about the effects of caffeine. They almost killed the college students because they almost overdosed them on like pure caffeine.
I think there was one where they did kill them actually.
I've almost done that.
Apparently, he took like 200 cups worth of coffee in one go and died.
Yep.
I used to buy these jars of pure powdered caffeine, and it had a little scoop that measured 200 milligrams. 200 or no, 20 milligrams. Shit, no, 200. The amount of caffeine that's in a normal coffee, it had this little scoop that was about the size of an aspirin. It measured out that much caffeine. Problem is, my dumbass one time decided to take a tablespoonful of it at one time.
Hi, Tom.
Nice.
Have you ever felt like your heart was about to jump out of your chest?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that happened when I saw a really, really hot guy once.
I used to be addicted to cocaine, so yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I saw a really cute
Yeah.
kid and that happened too.
When we were younger, me and a couple girlfriends used to just take our mother's diet pills, and those were hardcore back in the day. They had, I think it was called like Fen or some shit. And
Oh God, Fen? That
Yeah,
shit's
really
banned
bad.
now.
But it got everybody really skinny.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just
didn't know? We were
just
like,
anybody else?
13, 14. It just came out. The doctors were just handing it out,
Yeah.
Just like everything else.
Well, in the same sense, stackers and
Yeah.
all those diet pills had ephedra in it, which was a combination of 2 herbs. Now you can actually still make that stuff.
I've seen it
at
because gas stations.
Well, the problem is the ephedra happened naturally when those 2 separate herbs combined in these pills. But the thing is, what happened was they banned the ephedra. So what would happen is some of the diet pills took one of the 2 herbs out of theirs, and the other diet pill took the other herb out. So if you bought the 2 diet pills, you still get it. So yeah. No, but the thing is, kids were taking those the natural diet pills, the non-prescription ones. They were taking them 5, 6, 7 at a time, and of course their heart was blowing up.
Well, I was seeing in college them taking those and like Red Bulls and Monsters and stuff, and I'm like, y'all are gonna kill yourselves.
Yeah,
the people are dumb.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Red Bull is it's not the caffeine that gets you with Red Bull. It's the absolute insane amount of niacin that's in it too.
That I'm very sensitive to. I can't fucking do it.
I don't even know what that is.
Niacin is another chemical it's the chemical in Red Bull and a lot of these diet pills that it's the thing that actually gives you the jitters more than the caffeine does.
Yeah.
It's a vitamin B3.
Oh. Well. Good thing I don't drink
and it turns your pee yellow.
Yep.
I wouldn't notice anyways.
And if you take straight niacin, you feel like you're on fire.
Yes.
It's meant to be yellow, isn't it?
Like really itchy.
Yep.
It's meant to be yellow.
There's nothing you can do about it either.
Yeah, isn't pee supposed to be yellow, guys?
Yeah, that's why I have
No,
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be like bright yellow, like orange.
looks
Bright
like
yellow,
it's
it's where
glowing.
it's almost like glow in the dark.
Yeah, like you just poured out some toxic ooze out of your fucking shit. Just,
I'm gonna share
Oh,
a
yeah.
little. I'm gonna share a little secret. Way back in the day, some people told me if you took a lot of niacin, you could pass,
Yep.
marijuana tests. So what people would do is they would take a lot of niacin and their pee would come out like straight, almost green, like bright yellow, abnormal. And
Looking like the ooze out of Ninja Turtles.
yes,
Yeah.
and the medical staff who were doing the urinalysis were like, "Yeah, what are you guys taking? Because this is not your urine."
Yep, say it right.
So
Well, in the same sense,
it
yeah.
was back in the early 90s though, before anybody could figure out any of this.
Yeah, when all the drug testing was
Mhm.
starting in businesses and
Exactly.
probation
Yeah.
and
It's like
There's
feeding a
trial and
kid.
error for us.
Have you ever like tried to freak someone up by feeding a young child a shit ton of beets and just waiting for a couple of days?
No, what does that
No.
do?
It'll turn a kid's pee purple, and if it's a new parent, feed like a 3-year-old a shit ton of beets and just wait.
Oh man.
Right? It's awesome. Oh god, I love doing that prank.
I'm doing that to my wife this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, if you eat enough beets, the pee will turn purple, man. It's kind of like if you eat a shit ton of carrots and stuff, your skin will turn orange.
Kind of gross, but like the frosting from certain cupcakes will change the color of poo,
Yep.
like blue and green and all.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
It's dye.
Yeah.
It goes right through you. That store-bought cake and ice cream, or not ice cream, but the cupcakes, that stuff's horrible. You'll never get it off anything. It's straight up
There's
paint.
there's cake in the kitchen. I don't feel like getting up. You guys are mean.
I know. I have cupcakes too, and I don't feel like getting up.
I don't know where we got to this, but yeah.
Something about drinking a lot of coffee is good for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
25
happened.
cups of coffee a day is safe.
All right, good. I'm on my 7th, almost there.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I think I'm on my 4th cup. Now, mind you, my cup is 32 ounces.
I will record what I feel at
I
25.
miss my
and let you guys
32
know.
ounce cup right now. I'm using a fucking pitiful 8-ounce cup. My half
I'm
a cup.
using a Yeti. I'm using a Yeti clone.
I have one of those
Well,
half pots of coffee
you
cup.
shop at Walmart enough. You know those nice big 30-ounce Ozark Mountain cups that are Yeti clones?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Those are nice. One of
I
the
think
guys out of
the
the
coffee
Michigan
cup
crew
I
just
use
bought
is
one.
the coffee cup I use is actually a Yeti, just the 16-ounce one.
Yeah, my brother has
I
a
can't afford an actual Yeti.
16-ounce one. My
I
brother
got it for
found
like
his at a job
$20.
site. My brother and I showed up on this job site, and he's looking in the dirt. I see him walk over there and start kicking the ground. He pulls a fucking silver Yeti cup that was half buried in the dirt that everybody's been running over for who knows how long. He took it home, washed it. He's been using it ever since.
That's just fucking ghetto coke.
But
So,
it still works. Nothing wrong with it. Who knows what ran over it? It was a job site.
how long do you think it'll take for a bunch of dudes to get beheaded wearing the pride turban?
Oh my god.
10 seconds.
If they're Sikhs, it'll be a good long time.
Yeah, if they're Sikhs, they're gonna be okay.
Sikh-
But
Yeah, Sikhs are actually quite forgiving on that shit.
yep.
Well, awesome pride turban goes viral.
Oh my
It's
god.
a turban. It probably is a Sikh accent. It probably is a Sikh thing. You should be fine.
Yeah, if it's a Sikh, I mean, if
Yeah,
it's
but
definitely a
that's where a
Sikh
lot
thing,
of the
they'll just look.
problems come from. Is the other side saying, "Oh hell to the fuck no, we're not being associated with this." You know,
Someone in the
Well,
chat
you
needs
see-
to
just like liberal Christians and conservative Christians. Liberal Christians be like, "Yeah, you're gay, whatever. Come to church." Conservative Christians are like, "Get the fuck out, you sinner."
Actually, the worst part is the most extreme. I hate to say it, but the most extreme conservative Christians tend to be a little more forgiving as well,
Mhm.
because they sit and realize that the New Testament says God gets to judge, not you.
Yeah, but at the
Judge,
same time, they're
yes.
not going to associate themselves with
Yeah.
it
True.
and not accept it in their church. Like a
Yeah.
lot of these New Age Christian churches are like, yeah, we have a gay pastor. You know, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but
It's kind of like
each
the
their own.
damn church my sister-in-law belonged to. Unilateral Unitarian bullshit.
Yeah, we have one up north.
Jesus. So,
United Church of Christ is another one.
Yep.
lawmaker introduces sex offender castration bill in Alabama.
Chemical
Hell yeah.
castration, probably.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they won't.
Yeah. So
They
Montgomery,
won't ever
Alabama.
cut someone's balls off.
An Alabama lawmaker is calling for convicted sex offenders to pay for their own surgical castration.
If you're a
Oh.
repeat offender, why not? Why
If
would
you're a repeat
thing?
offender, you deserve a fucking 16-penny nail to the side of the head.
Yeah, there
The
you
first
go.
time, yeah, fucking lock them up, but you're gonna fucking do it again? Mm-mm. We're nailing your head to a fucking 2x4. Sorry for you, buddy.
Yep.
So why not
Hmm.
castration? Is that what the article said?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They want them to pay for it too. So Steve Hurst, a Republican from Manford, Alabama, has introduced a bill that would require sex offenders older than 21 to pay for their own surgical castration before being released from state custody.
Nothing wrong with that.
The bill would limit the procedure to people convicted of certain sex offenses against victims 12 years old or younger.
Yes, that's fair.
Hearst has attempted to pass similar legislation for more than a decade, introducing nearly identical bills 7 times since 2006, most of which never made it out of committee. He said he was moved to begin pushing for the legislation after foster parent advocacy group visited his office some years ago and relayed a horrible story of abuse. I've often wondered what that child went through.
Why the hell do they need to put that qualifier in there? Is there really any pleasant form of abuse?
No.
Right? And mentally, and what kind of shape he's in now, Hearst said Monday. They, quote, they, and then brackets, sex offenders have marked these people for life. They will never get over it. So they need to be castrated. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. Hearst in 2005 agreed to remove castration requirements from legislation seeing tougher sentences for sex offenders. Several House members at the time told the Associated Press they feared the castration language would have made the bill unconstitutional. In 2011, Hearst co-sponsored a bill that classified the sexual abuse of a child 6 or younger as a capital offense, allowing courts to sentence offenders to life without parole. CBS affiliate.
Sorry,
let me get this right.
Not
These
only castrate them, but make sure they also serve out their sentence. Castration does not equal you go back out in public. You still serve that fucking sentence.
Yeah, before you get out. Yeah, before you get out, that has to be done. But I want to go back to that paragraph you just said about that they're saying it's unconstitutional, but child rape is. That's okay. You're more worried about the fucking person that raped the child than the child or the future children that this motherfucker might go do the same thing to.
Wow, my computer just has
I personally want
fucking
diddly diddlers.
Oh, is that what that noise was?
I guess so. My computer's just having a meltdown at the moment.
These motherfuckers are grown-ass adults to make these decisions to fucking go and do this to children that do not have the mental capacity to fucking make the right decision. Even if they said, yes, go ahead, diddle me. They don't know what the fuck that actually fucking means.
Yep. The guy says
Kidney
they don't
donors need to be killed
and they don't stop.
via torture.
the hell is this? Oh, this is a message saying the page is unresponsive.
I didn't do it. What?
Am I unresponsive? Really?
I can hear you.
Okay, I was gonna say I can hear you guys too, but apparently my browser has crashed, but I'm still here.
Well, hey.
This is interesting.
Yeah, that happens. I think you may have to you may drop out and come back in again, maybe
Maybe.
when your browser
Oh, I'm
starts
back.
working again.
Ah, it's back! Yay!
All right,
Oh,
cool.
the stuff is here.
I'm
all
glad
right,
you're
so-
back. But I gotta go. So,
Bye.
Okay.
guys,
Hi, Chadwick.
all right, bye.
All right, so
AJ, the dog needs a rent.
yeah, somebody that wants to mess with kids should be castrated, and they should not be able to mess with any other people again. I understand prison and going to prison for a long time for some kind of crime like that, but to physically mutilate someone, that's a little out there. It's crazy, said Jessica George. Several states already have laws mandating chemical or voluntary surgical castration, though it's unclear how often the procedure are used. Really? They actually already have this law some places?
I have not heard this. This is news to me. I'm listening.
Huh. No
Mhm,
states have
listening.
mandatory surgical castration laws, though. But you just said that several states already have laws.
Voluntary.
Oh, okay. Chemical castrations allow sex offenders to receive regular injections of a drug that lowers testosterone to pre-puberty levels and then reduces libido. Civil rights groups like the American Civil Liberals Union argue that castration is a cruel and unusual punishment. Actually, no. I think it's fitting.
If you prove time and time again that you
It
can
is
handle
not.
what you're doing, then I'm sorry. This is just what has to happen. If you act like an animal, you're going to get treated like an animal.
Well, not only that, but I mean, let's say you are a repeat offender and to children. If you have a problem where you can't keep it in your pants, wouldn't like lessening a libido be kind of a little bit of a fix?
You're doing a what? Doing them a favor?
Yeah, like I mean, you know those people that
Yes.
say, I don't want to be this person anymore.
Correct.
Lowering their libido, like fix
Help
that?
them out. You would imagine so. This would be something to study, you know?
That'd be interesting. Huh. Some people have said it's inhumane, sorry. But what's more inhumane than hurting a child? Question mark. I agree with this man. I agree with this man completely. Castration! It's a thing. Although, what would they do if you were a chick?
I think they should also castrate them. Isn't female castration a thing?
I guess. Does it work the same way?
Well, I guess you could you could female genital mutilation to some extent, I assume.
Yeah, but I mean, like, with that.
That's an interesting thought. I would wonder what they would have to counteract with a female libido. Like how would they do that? I mean, of course, if they would have to castrate her, but then hormonally, I wonder what they would have to give her as well. That's a good question.
I didn't even realize female castration was a thing. Like, I knew female genital mutilation was, but I didn't know that females could be castrated until like a year or two ago. And I'm like, women have gonads? Really? And they're like, no, you.
Well,
how sick are you?
Actually,
Apparently, Chadwick does it just by talking.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it could very well be a matter of at least partial hysterectomy, like removing the ovaries. Now, because there is a big correlation between men having their prostate removed and impotency.
I see.
So it could be similar. where just having that a piece of your reproductive system removed like that could have the same outcome with women.
I see.
I'm learning something new about my vagina. Awesome.
Hey, Ferris.
No, I'm
here.
just saying to correlate. It could be a similar correlation.
Now it's kind of freaking me out that I'm learning something about my vagina from a trucker, but okay.
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's the instance of men having their prostate removed and becoming impotent over it is pretty often. It's pretty often. Now, the cause, who the hell knows? But yeah.
Cool. Yep. Yep. 13 minutes left. I gotta find an article that's not gonna get me annoyed. Let's see.
I still have some stuff I didn't get to if you want some of that.
I was going to read about Christians being muzzled and Islamists getting funding in Canada, but that's just going to get me on a rant I don't need to do for 13 minutes left.
I'll find something. I might have something funny here somewhere.
Oh, here I got something hilarious, but not real. Well, okay, it's only hilarious if you're a farmer and you understand why this is hilarious. Pennsylvania man driving a 1948 John Deere across country to support veterans. It's a John Deere. It's
It's a tractor.
Yeah.
It's a tractor. It's
John Deere.
in the U.S. If you think the big green tractors, that's John Deere.
Well, yeah, I know what John Deere's. I lived on the front. Canadians love John Deere. We got John Deere
Okay.
hats and shirts and everything. Any decent hick's got a John Deere.
I think most people know what John Deere is.
Okay, well, Salem, Ohio, as Ivan Schultz Fuzz, I'm just gonna call him Fuzzman. Ivan Fuzzman winds slowly across the country in his modified 1948 John Deere. The reason
On a
he's
hot summer night, he wrote Billy Bob Love Charlene.
yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Making this 5,500-mile journey is right in front of him. Yeah. So, the dash of the 1984. Never mind, that's another article. So, wait, maybe it's not. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the dash of the 1984.
They said it was 1948.
Well, it says 1984 Peterbilt 359 cab is covered with photographs. Oh, it's describing a picture. It's describing a fucking picture.
Well, surely that's good if you're blind, isn't it?
Yeah, a veteran.
A 1984 Peterbilt 359. You said?
Yeah.
That's a box nose Pete, baby.
Cab covered with photographs of veterans and active service members. Their faces a constant reminder of a debt that Fuzzman is trying to repay. So many of them are willing to give their lives in service for my freedom, Fuzzman said. As I got older, I realized I took that freedom for granted, and I got on my tractor and started driving. Every morning when I got in that tractor, I think of them. I think of them louds. And also prominently displayed among the photos is one veteran's purple heart, a gift from former sharpshooter Jeremy Jackson, who stopped on the roadside outside of Pittsburgh with his wife and two sons to flag down Fuzzman on his birthday. Jackson gave Fuzzy a small box that contained the medal. After that trip, Fuzzy met with Jackson to have lunch and tried to return the medal, but Jackson wanted him to keep it. When you crawl in that tractor and see all those pictures on the dash, Fuzz said, with a break in his voice, it hits you. He's making the trip his third such cross-country trek in the old John Deere. He's dubbed the John built. Okay. To raise awareness of the ongoing needs of veterans.
John
Yeah.
built.
Yeah, John built. It's like Winnebago, but not as cool.
So, huh?
I don't know. John built.
It's got a picture, you said?
Somewhere around here, yeah. Hey, what? What do you mean dead air? The fuck you talking about?
Nobody was saying anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I said yeah, somewhere around here.
Yeah, then you just went silent.
For like
I was going to
2
say,
seconds.
can you screen share the article?
Why don't I just send it to you?
Because he's driving.
All right, send it to me.
There you go. There you go. It's on Facebook.
Great.
Well, I would try to screen share the goddamn thing, but A, we only got like 8 minutes left, and B, my computer's being real touchy. I don't want to.
Send me the link. I can screen share it.
Fine. You don't have Facebook anymore, dude.
You can just send it to me on Twitter or Discord or something.
Because it's already in. Send it to you on Messenger. That's what you get. Facebook, you share to other Facebook people. You try to send it on Twitter, and it's like, yeah, you don't permission to see this, and and stuff like that. Like,
so what he did was he dropped the cab of a Peterbilt onto the. That is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
oh, hey, we got a new car.
He dropped the cab from an old Peterbilt onto the back end of a John Deere. So it's a John Deere tractor with a tractor trailer's cab, and the sumbitch is pulling an RV behind him. Luckily, I'm sitting in traffic right now. It stopped.
Cool. We got
sounds like the stupidest thing.
We got AJ the God in the chat. Welcome, dude. Have a wrench. Yeah, that's yeah,
I've seen worse.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, so chat, what's up? We got oh, 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. Yeah, I can count.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I missed that show.
King of the Hill.
Yeah,
I didn't much care for it.
I loved Bobby.
Can't say-
thought he was
I
the
like the other spinoff of Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead sucked.
Yeah, King of the Hill was way better than Beavis and Butthead.
King of
always
the Hill started
No,
for
I said
Beavis
I
and
like the other
Butthead.
spinoff.
Yeah, no, but King of the Hill was better.
Daria.
Yeah, Daria.
Even fucking Daria was
I
better.
think I have that somewhere.
Even Daria was better than Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part is, I always found it funny that Daria and King of the Hill was a spinoff of Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead was a spinoff Liquid Television.
I didn't know
Or
that.
it started as Liquid Television, yeah. That's it. That's the same show where that movie A in Flux got its thing from. Stupid ass movie.
Was it really that bad?
Huh?
Was it really that bad? I don't know. I didn't see it.
And you
A in
never
Flux. It was.
Is that
Uh-huh.
is that the one
Bad.
where they can't have children, so they're all clones or something?
No, I can't remember that part. I remember they pass messages through liquid. It's like you would drink this liquid, and all of a sudden the memory of the message was implanted in your head.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting drunk, but not. That's
Yeah, he just having a spaz or something.
Very, very like this dystopian future shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my own little language.
If I'm right about it, it's like the main point of it is for some reason humans can't give birth naturally anymore, so they're basically all clones, but the like population at large don't know this. It's like it's weird and yeah.
Yeah.
How do you not know that you can't have kids?
The thing I remember is this one
because
chick
the doctors
that had.
like,
I just remember the chick who had hands for feet.
you're still physically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The razor grass that is actually sharp.
Yeah.
I think it's short time.
I think for you it's bedtime, it sounds like.
Yeah, totally, man. I was gonna like have a bath and get all naked directly after the stream, but fuck that, I'm going to my bed.
When's the last time I took a shower?
Stream tomorrow's up to me.
You know, in a situation like this with my profession, I'm the only goddamn one in this hangout who should actually sit there and have to think about when's the last time I took a shower. What the hell, y'all?
I have a bad memory problem. I have bad memory problem and just forget to do it a lot. Why is it not letting me do this?
How can you just forget to shower?
Truck drivers are known for not bathing regularly, and I can tell you exactly when the last time I took a shower was. Why the hell can't y'all say it? Jesus.
I had a shower this morning. There you go.
So did I.
This afternoon, technically, actually.
Hi, Chloe. What? Dude,
I am bad at taking care of myself, okay?
Yes. It happens.
Just let it happen.
There you go. Or yell surprise.
Anyway.
Because rape jokes are funny.
Some good old 4C fun time.
Yeah. Duct tape turning no into
If you manage to penetrate her before she says no, it counts as consent.
Oh, it's so true. Remember, ladies, make sure you're on top. That way you won't get pregnant. Gravity will do the work.
9 o'clock.
You're raping the donkey again, are you?
Holy shit, where's the guy from Wales at?
What, Ginger Man?
No, just
I tried to turn my...
All right, Scotty, shill.
Already shilled.
Thunder.
I shilled little nigga.
Good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Pumpkin Trucker. Come over to my channel for almost daily dash cams. Tomorrow we're going to Brandywine, Delaware. Brandywine, Delaware being the place where, if you've followed my channel at all, this is the place where I back in and out of a garage. Check it out. We'll be starting about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then about 5 p.m., come on over to Opinionated Scotsman channel, where you get to see Phelan to read the news once again. At 7 p.m., come back over here for another edition of the Blind Trucking, where you might actually get to hear Cuban Dolly say,
"Don't piss on the shower curtain."
And don't fuck the cat. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Don't throw things off the balcony.
Stop throwing shit out the window.